Believe it or not, I actually questioned cutting this part out from a recent podcast of mine. Toward the end of my episode, I shared about why I don't share with myself before and after photos, or really why I don't do it as a company, to be honest. And the reason being that I really do not believe in this culture where we glorify the after. Oh, look, they're happy, life's better, they look so much better. You know, we're saying all this stuff, and we really kind of shit on the version of someone that has a few extra pounds on. And I don't believe that the version of you that is able to achieve thinness or thinner, you know, things like that, I don't believe that that is necessarily better. I mean, what actually matters is your health improved? How are you feeling? What's your life looking like? That matters much more to me than this whole before and after. And again, if you share before and after photos and that's helpful for you, there's no problem. And I'm not saying I wouldn't ever do it. Okay. So we have to be super clear on here. It's like, you said you'd never do this and now you did. But I really appreciated someone messaged me how much that mattered. They actually pulled out the quote of me having said that. And it always means a lot to me when people give me this kind of feedback from the podcast, because sometimes it's quite vulnerable to share this stuff and you don't know how it's going to be received. So this week's podcast, if you missed it yesterday, it was a really great episode. I talk about metabolic adaptations and how to fight back with experimentation. So it's a really great episode. Go listen to it. That's the Easter egg at the end of it, where I talk about something different, where I debated, do I not share this? But I think it's important to put out into the world what your values are, what you believe in, and kind of why, because this whole area is such a quagmire, I find, with weight management. There's don't care at all about your weight. There's do all the things at whatever cost, have mid-range normal BMI. I just don't believe any of that. I think there's such a middle ground. I think there's so many other ways to look at health. I really like this, not letting one number define you, that there has to be other metrics of success. And I try to put little parts of that out in my podcast, but it's hard to kind of bring it all together. So thank you so much for those of you that listen to the podcast. I value so much you taking the time weekly to listen to me. So I want to say just a big thank you. And also when you take the time to review it, when you take the time to message me, I do not take that for granted. I am not this big clinic, this big company where I don't understand nitty gritty what's happening. So thank you. I value you all so much.